News. 24 hours. News, Mississippi.
I'm Courtney Carter, and this is the weekly rundown. Now, as you go into your weekend, you're probably thinking about all that yard work you need to do, or the grill you want to fire up, or maybe that bonfire you'd like to kick off the fall season. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that this weekend, as there's still a burn ban in place for over 60 counties across the state. Now, even with these little pop-up showers that you could see that may rain for 3 or 4 minutes, it's barely enough to get the ground wet, as they say, and those burn bans are likely to still be in place. Now, here's the situation. Some parts of the Delta haven't had a good rainfall in almost 2 months. In fact, the Small Business Administration has started giving out loans in that area because of the business that has been affected there, especially in the agriculture industry, because of the lack of rain. So again, there is a burn ban in place for over 60 counties across the state. So what does that mean? That means if you're going to fire up the grill, you better be careful. If you're going to toss away a cigarette, make sure that you're making sure that it's really not lit, no little embers left, that you're putting it in the proper receptacle, because even the smallest spark could start a wildfire. So you want to be very careful. The Mississippi Forestry Commission is saying that if you're caught burning without permission, or maybe you don't meet one of the exemptions, it could be up to a $500 fine. Again, this is very serious. So you've got a burn ban in place across over 60 counties across the state. And again, as rain chances trickle in a little this weekend, but more so later next week, News Mississippi will follow up on you for that, to make sure that you're aware of the situation. And again, you can follow along online, newsms.fm. Now, something else you want to keep a check on, there have been 2 major recalls issued this week, and it all has to do with your brakes. If you are driving a 2015 or 2016 Toyota Prius, you'll want to have the brakes looked at. Toyota has issued a recall after there have been some malfunctions with the brake system. And also the Honda Civic, the 2016 Honda Civic, Honda issuing that one earlier on Friday, that brakes have been reported to be malfunctioning there as well. So if you think maybe just for a second that your model could qualify, go ahead and take it into the dealership and have them look at it. If you fall under that recall, they will have it repaired for you. So go ahead and be safe and have that checked out. Now, this election has not been one that you can ignore. Donald Trump on one side, Hillary Clinton on the other. And many are disgruntled with this election, saying they're not sure who to vote for, so they're not voting for it all. And you're finding many in that age range, 18 to 24, the millennial range, college students, that are saying that they would just rather not vote. So to find out what happened there, News Mississippi headed to the Millsaps campus, and we talked to a few students. And there were some who said they're not voting at all. Some who said they'll vote, but they're switching parties because they can't stand the candidate that represents their own. But speaking with Dr. Nathan Schrader, he is the political science professor at Millsaps. Here's what he said. If you stay at home and you don't vote, you're actually letting millions of other people make the decision for you. You might as well be casting a vote for the candidate that you dislike the least. He was a strong proponent of the third-party candidate, saying that even if that candidate doesn't win, a lot of times a vote in their direction brings light to issues that may not have been talked about before. So again, on October 19th, there will be yet another presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And then November 8th, it's up to you to make the decision. Head down to the ballot box. Now, the deadline to be registered to vote has already passed. That was October 8th. But if you need to change your registration information, you can still do that online. Just go to the Secretary of State's website, click the Y'all Vote icon there, and you can actually update your information. So if you move between now and then, or get married, or just need to make a few changes, you can do that online. Now, if football's not your thing, as you know, Mississippi State playing Friday, Ole Miss and Southern playing on Saturday. Football's not your thing. There's plenty going on around the state. You can check it out on the Weekender, the News Mississippi Weekend, if you will. We have a lot of events lined out for you there. So if football's not your thing, if you're not really planning to head up for the final weekend of the state fair, just check that out, and there's plenty for you to do on that. And again, you can find that on our website, newsms.fm. Or if you're on the go, check it out on demand with the News Mississippi app. If you don't have that app, you can download it today for Android or iOS. Just search News Mississippi in your app store. I'm Courtney Carter, and this is the Weekly Rundown.